And we are back with yet another episode of the most quotable films of all time. And we're at the letter Y. And this one's hard because there's not that many Y films. So we just picked one for you, and it's Young Guns 2.
And we asked you to vote, and since you didn't send in any other votes,
Well, I think one person had an idea, but it was a Woody Allen movie. So I know for sure you wouldn't go for that.
well, now I would do it.
And
But,
well, it was one I
I-
had never seen. So I was
but,
like,
but
whatever.
it was, but he was still outranked 2-1.
Right. And this movie, I mean, it's not the best Western ever made, but it does have some pretty decent quotes. So, from what I recall, anyway, I haven't seen it in ages, but let's get into it. So I'll start off with my number five this week, um, which is most of my quotes are going to be Billy the Kid, aka William H. Bonney, which he comes in and he says,
Oh, Bob! Bye, Bob.
so it's kind of a visual thing. But, I thought it was kind of
And
funny.
you left out the killer line.
Mm.
Best $1.80 I ever spent.
Ah, yes, yes, right.
You shot him with the 18 dimes and the shotgun.
Yes, exactly. So, what's your number five?
Yeah, that wasn't on my list. It was my number six.
Okay, fair enough.
Uh, so, uh, so Doc Sherlock,
Hmm.
which is Kiefer Sutherland, says to Chavez, "Those days are over, Chavez." And then Chavez says, "When the spirit horse comes, then it's over."
Ah, yes.
I did that line only because at the end the spirit horse came.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say. I know what always made me, well, it didn't make me laugh or anything, but the spirit horse, if for those who remember like in the 80s and early 90s, that production company TriStar with the galloping
Yeah,
white horse, it
that's
looked like that.
with the wings.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, and so when the spirit horse comes, I want to hear that music, that thing. Yeah. But yeah, that's a
yeah,
good
they
one.
left that part out.
Right. All right, so my number four is it's also kind of a visual related thing, but it's toward the beginning of the movie where they kill a guy and then he says,
Well, should we give him a proper burial? Yeah, why not?
"Yep." That was one of those things that if I recall correctly, Mikey and Kimmy and I did like a little skit with that back in the day, trying to, I don't know
Uh,
what we were trying to do,
okay,
but
so this was more a childhood memory.
right. Exactly. So what's your four?
My number four, uh,
What's scum? Well, Tom, that's bad types. Politicians, bankers, cattle kings. Scum.
just like
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. That is an accurate definition.
Right, very prophetic.
Uh-huh. Yep. Same as it ever was. So so my number three is I got a Doc in there, Kiefer. He says,
You rode a 15-year-old boy straight into his grave, and the rest of us straight to hell.
that was one of those that probably was in, the coming attraction or something. Did that make your list?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Okay. What's your three?
Uh, they tell uh, Sheriff Kimball that he has to go after Billy the Kid. This was before they hired Pat Garrett.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I want you to deliver his head in burlap.
I'd rather drink turpentine and piss on a brush fire.
Yeah, that's a good line. Yeah, that was like an honorable mention for me. Yeah, I saw that. So my number two is one that for sure was in the coming attraction, and it's one that just is very memorable the way he says it, which is
Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.
didn't make your list.
No.
We're gonna have none in common on this one. That's awesome.
It's another one of those movies that's got the whole movie is quotes, basically. You
Yeah.
can pick anyone. So I'm just doing my favorites and
All
you're
right.
doing your favorites, basically.
I'm hoping we have at least one in common, which we'll see. But what's your number two?
My number two is Judge Bristol goes.
It is therefore considered by the court here that said defendant William H. Bonney, alias Kidd, alias William Antrim, alias Henry McCarty, he hanged by the neck till he be dead, dead, dead. Now, do you have anything to say, young man?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. You can go to hell, hell, hell.
You got the giggle down, man. Emilio Estevez with his famous Billy the Kid giggle. Yeah, so that was my number one. So we did have one in common, as I expected.
Okay.
So what's your number one?
Jane Greathouse's quote,
Don't remember.
which is saying to Pat Garrett. You
Used to make me hotter than a June bride sitting bareback on a depot stove. But I don't share my bed with the law.
And I don't keep with whores no more. So ain't we both content?
Okay, that's good. That's good, but it's not better than hell, hell, hell.
well,
Which-
we might count number one.
Yeah, obviously. So since the horrors line is your one, we'll have that at two. Let's see. Then my two has to be three. I'll make you famous. Then we got the turpentine at four. And I guess we got to have my doc line, which was my three at five. So that's fair. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. We got a well-rounded list here. Everything from Emilio Estevez's giggle to Kiefer Sutherland's over seriousness.
Yes. Well, it's basically almost just before he died.
Right. Yeah.
So
Don't give it away, man. The spirit horse came for nearly everyone. But all right, well, here now are our favorite top five Young Guns 2, according to 3 and 4 right now.
You rode a 15-year-old boy straight into his grave, and the rest of us straight to hell.
I want you to deliver his head in burlap.
I'd rather drink turpentine and piss on a brush fire.
Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.
Used to make me hotter than a June bride sitting bareback on a depot stove. But I don't share my bed with the law.
And I don't keep with whores no more. So ain't we both content?
It is therefore considered by the court here that said defendant William H. Bonney, alias Kidd, alias William Antrim, alias Henry McCarty, he hanged by the neck till he be dead, dead, dead. Now, do you have anything to say, young man?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. You can go to hell, hell, hell.
Yeah. Well done. All right. So now we're to the letter Z again. And this one, I almost wanted to say, let's just pick one like we did with Y, but there's a couple. So, so what's your four picks?
Zodiac is number one.
Okay.
Zombieland is number two.
Uh-huh.
And one from the past that we used to watch when you were a kid.
Mm.
Zorro, the Gay Blade.
So that's is that like a cartoon version?
No, it was a Zorro comedy movie.
I have no recollection of watching that.
He kept saying my pimples instead of people.
So did that movie come out like in the early 80s or something?
Yeah, I think it was George Hamilton. I think it was.
Oh
Playing
yeah,
Zorro.
okay.
And
Yeah.
he just have a pink thing around the rim and little tassels, like
Right.
his hat and stuff.
So he wasn't a gay Zorro, right?
Yeah,
Uh that's funny, man. All right. That's cool. So what's your four?
uh, Zootopia.
Okay. Yeah, so I also had Zootopia, which I haven't even seen it.
Either
Uh well, hopefully that doesn't get picked, but it sounds like that might make the list because mine are almost identical, except I didn't go with Zorro because obviously I don't recall it. I have Zelig as my number one, the Woody Allen movie.
yeah.
Then Zombieland, Zodiac, and Zootopia. So sounds like my list wins basically. So those are your choices. Well, hey, let's throw, why not throw Zorro the Gay Blade at number 5 as an option. Let's see what happens. So those are your options, guys. Zodiac, Zombieland, Zootopia, Zelig, and Zorro the Gay Blade and all his pipples. And we'll see what is our last episode of season 2 of the most quotable films of all time. And then we'll see what's next from there. So see you on the next one. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye.